At first, I didn't even know what a show choir was when I moved here and took the choir director job here. And so I was a little nervous to do it at first. But my first year I was not the choir director for the show choirs, but I was for the during the day. And I got to watch the kids rehearse, and I got to watch the competition, and it seemed like a really cool thing that the kids were having a great time doing, so I decided I would give it a shot. And it took a little while to get used to it because it's very different than what I did growing up, and it's very different than the training I had in college. But now it's definitely the most fun thing that I do, and it's my favorite part of my job, and creating the shows, and that creative outlet is really, really cool, so I'm very glad that it happened. They rehearse about 10 hours a week. Each group gets a different amount. Electrify does about 6 hours, Amplify does about 3, and Voltage does about 1, depending on where their rehearsals lie. But it's a 10 to 15 more a week, depending on the week. Auditions are the most fun thing that we do, but they're also the most stressful. So when we're preparing for a comp, we always have a dress rehearsal on the Tuesday right before the competition, which we put the full pit band, full costumes, everybody up on stage, and we run each number once or twice, fix any problems, and then do the whole show. And then we have a cleanup rehearsal on Thursdays to make sure that everything's going smoothly before getting ready to actually go that morning, where we get up early and we pack the trailer and we make sure everything's ready for the actual day.
I help out if anyone has any questions. If Bianca's not there for vocal practices, I lead that. I'm also in charge of fundraising.
So basically what I do to prep is I help teach all the songs, all the notes and rhythms. For president-wise, for competitions, I do stuff like bag checks to make sure everyone has everything they need. I also offer advice to like new people on what to do during comps. Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
Preparing for a competition, a very positive attitude and knowing what you're putting out as a product is one way to really help prep and to make sure you answer any questions anyone might have, even if you've gone over it. Just keeping that mindset of we're a team and like no one's alone. So I think that really helps with prepping with competitions besides like basic rehearsals and extra practices and things like that.
I actually didn't start singing until a lot later in my life than a lot of people here, but it was in sophomore year, I think, that I started to like really get into the groove of it. And I realized that like people were looking to me for help and looking for me to like assist and stuff. So that kind of motivated me to go for section leader because I thought I could help the most amount of people, just like previous section leaders before me have helped me.
Well, I've been in Electrify for the past 4 years now, and I've always wanted to be able to help the group more than I already had, because I've always performed with them and done the best I could. But I help with fundraising, so basically the holiday shows what the president of Electrify runs each year, and also we do other fundraisers throughout the year, like the princess breakfast, stuff like that.
It was a lot of fun last year, and it's already a lot of fun this year. So it's kind of just like the general like vibe of the group is just really nice, and I really wanted to try and be a leader that people can look to and can talk to in that group.
You form a lot of new friendships by practicing, and if you don't practice, you obviously get nowhere. Every little bit of practice counts, regardless if you don't want to be there. In the end, it really pays off.
All the presidents of show choir, there are 3, all confer with Mr. Bianco and our assistant director, Taylor Medina, and we all work out things like scheduling and fundraisers for the program. Like I said earlier, I do part checks, I take over rehearsals if dance captains aren't there. So there's a lot of that comes along with it. It's kind of an all-in-one job, I could say.
It motivated me because I know more technical terms and I know what it's like to be a dancer and in pain and have to go through a show and things like that. So I think it allowed me to connect with more dancers and people who are not dancers to try and express which ways they can learn.
My opinion on the theme this year is that I kind of like that they break the barrier, like, of the princesses not needing a man in a way that we're breaking free.
Voltage as a group, since this is our second year like doing this, like last year was our like first year showing everybody what we like like could do as like so far. And I thought last year was so much fun, and this year it's like the theme is like very ambiguous, but like there's a lot you can do with it. And like with our set, I am very excited for like what we can like do with it, because like it's like not finished yet, but it's like really good so far. So I've done Electrify since my I've been in Electrify since my freshman year, and like the themes have been like great. Like last year, the 1920s was fun. My freshman year, coming home, really the World War II theme was really great. This year is so much fun. Like I love the characters. I love the costumes. The choreography and the vocals are amazing. Like everything is just like so good this year.
I've always wanted to join show choir since my freshman year, but I've always been too scared in a way to do it. But when my senior year, I finally just decided to give it a shot since my last year. Hardships that come along with being in show choir is balancing school and getting good grades, and learning dance moves and the whole set.